Happy lunchtime, folks. It's after 12, and so it's time for the ginger ale as usual. And we got the Kentucky style air fried chicken burger on that tip top damper bun, and some, crispy air fried fries again as usual. The McCain ones, they're not bad. Yeah, good times. You might hear a slight noise in the background. It's the printer going. I'm not going to stay in here, but yeah, it's good to kind of leave the window open. They do pong a bit, but it's nothing crazy. Just to burn a bit of plastic, That's if you can finally get them to actually print right. I haven't had any luck yet. I had 2 attempts yesterday, one at a remote chopper. If you're interested in seeing the results, I'll give you a quick look. It's not very good. So this is kind of like my garbage disposal. I just leave kind of behind the telly. That was the attempt at the teddy bear, which was a 10-hour job. And I kind of just went, oh look, I don't really want to fall asleep with it on, but I think sometimes you have no choice, right? Because some jobs just take like 100 hours. I've Googled it, you know what I mean? There's the chopper. Some of that worked as well. That's fine. Then it got tangled up and just ended up being a bunch of nothingness. And then we ended up with a few bits and pieces there. And you see like some detail in there as well, trying to brand it and whatnot, but failed. So it is pretty groovy that it does attempt to at least make things, but so far nothing has succeeded. So anyone, I know there's a few people out there who are into it, so they'll probably be commenting on this video shortly. Anyway, thought might as well just have a quick mukbang for Saturday. Always loving the chips. The cat's here as well. He's in a good mood. Yeah, this is going to put me in a good mood as well. Alright, so let's go in with the chicken burger. And So yeah, talking to guys about school a bit this morning. Right. These are good. Yeah, growing up, going to school on the north side. Yeah, it's a good thing. Tardy sauce to me just hits with just about anything right now. These are incredible. But yeah, on a more, because we're doing a mukbang. On a serious note though, growing up, going to Lynham High School was interesting because I was a kid obviously, and my parents, they had the bakery right over the other side of town, and Mum and Dad decided to move to Kayleen, so it wasn't hard for me to get to school, and they enrolled me in there for the education purposes because I had I only got diagnosed with ADD, but my mother personally just was like, by the time I was an adult, by like 20, 25, she was just like, nah, they were fucking wrong. They were bloody wrong about that. You're just a fucking weirdo, period. Like, in theory, you know what I mean? So, but that didn't help at all, and no parent thought that it was a good school that used to talk to my parents about the place. And unfortunately, all my friends, a lot of them were a lot less fortunate than myself, and with some of them my parents would even, like, my mum would buy them things like shoes and stuff, and give them pocket money, and things like that, and I had a few good mates there, and they had very, very tough upbringings, and it was just really sad to see. And some of their parents overdosed and things like that, and but it made us all who we are. And the boys, they were a lot rougher than me, and that because they just had nothing. They were brought up with fucking nothing, you know what I mean, and with parents like that and stuff. But they grew to just kind of, they just liked me anyway, for who I was and stuff. So, but anyway, as one of the guys said, on Instagram, he said it was a shit school, but it kind of made you, it made us all kind of who we were, and it did that. It did. But yeah, definitely after 12, so yeah, it looks like the flute's getting there, but yeah, 3.5 hour job, so we're talking probably 3 hours to go now. And I'm learning that like a 3 hour print that's not even a very big job. So anyway, I'm still new to it. Anyway, I think this is going to be just a straight up 10 out of 10. With the tartar sauce, the Kentucky style chicken, anyway, we'll catch us on the next one, and bye for now. Oh yeah, and just before I go, just a bit of progress on the old flute. There it is. Probably about 3 hours to go. And the cat doesn't really seem that worried about it anymore, which is a good thing also.